Okay, so next up we have Marlaina Widmann, mentored by Catherine Goldie, and her presentation is titled The Winner Effect in Female Athletes.
Hi, so my name is Marlaina, and I'm doing the Winner Effect in Female Athletes and Dr. Goldie. So I'm a behavioral neuroscience major, and I've been working on research on the winner effect since summer of 2016, and specifically in female athletes since last semester. And I'm really interested in female athletes just because I am a female athlete. So I've been on dance team here at St. for the past 4 years. So just some background information on the winner effect. So the winner effect is a psychological phenomenon in which the winner of a competitive situation experiences different physiological changes. So the one that I was really interested in focusing on was testosterone. So the winner of a competitive situation gets an increase in testosterone, which actually encourages them to continue to compete. The opposite of this is the loser effect, where the loser of a competitive situation actually experiences a decrease in testosterone, which is a protective factor because if you just lost, you're likely to lose again. So it discourages you from competing. And this has been observed through studies in both animals and in humans. So some different effects of the winner effect. So they found in one study that there's a long-term effect of testosterone fluctuations. So in this study, it was a 2-day study with male undergraduates where they had them compete in a Tetris game. And so the first day, it was a rigged game. So they randomly assigned them to either win or lose the Tetris game. And they found that their testosterone fluctuations in response to what happened on the first day actually predicted how well they did on the second day. So there are some moderating variables that go into the winner effect. As they continue to do more research on it, they find that there's a lot of individual differences that go into this. So what is power motive? So power motive is your ability to gain satisfaction from having an impact on other people. So we found that people who have a higher power motive gain more satisfaction from having an impact on other people, experience an greater increase in testosterone when they win versus people who have a lower power motive. They did one study that looked at both mood states and basal testosterone levels. So they found that people who start off with a high testosterone level and who have a greater level of self-assurance, they also experience a greater increase in testosterone. However, sometimes they'll find the opposite of the winner effect, especially in females. So sometimes females will react differently to competition. So based off of this information, this is the study that we did in 2016. So we're wondering if the winner effect can be produced by thinking about a competitive situation. So not actually competing, but just thinking about competing. So some research has found that testosterone changes due to vicarious wins. So one study actually looked at fans who were watching a basketball game and some who were watching a soccer game, and they found that before and after, when we took 2 different samples of testosterone, the testosterone sample that was after increased for the sports fans whose team won and decreased for those who's lost. So that is actually kind of stimulating the winner effect in just fans who are not physically competing. We also found the same thing with the 2008 election. So they did the same thing where they took one initial testosterone sample and then a second one afterwards. And we found that those who voted for Obama had an increase in testosterone, and those who voted for McCain decreased in testosterone level. However, that was only in the male participants, and the females, they actually did not have any significant findings. So our design for this study that we did was a 2x2, so that means that there were 2 different variables that we were looking at. We're looking at investment level, so whether they were invested in the competition or not invested, and then whether they won or lost. So our 4 total conditions that we have are invested win, invested loss, non-invested win, and non-invested loss. And so in the invested condition, we had them think about a scenario that they wanted to compete in, something that they've done before usually. And then in the non-invested, we had them pretend that they went to the grocery store and were entered into a raffle. So they were not too invested in that competition. So we found that there were no significant findings in testosterone changes. But what we did find is that imagined competition scenario had an impact on mood. So those in the high investment and win condition increase self-assurance and positive mood, and the win condition increase in positive feelings. So based on that that study, I designed my current study that focuses on female athletes. So I wanted to narrow the variation that were happening in the mental imagery task, specifically in the vested condition. We have lots of variation in what participants were actually thinking about. So for example, some people did think about sports, other people thought about studying for tests and then actually taking the test. And then one person pretended not to play for tennis. So that's what the conversations were. So there was a very wide range in what they were thinking about, how invested they actually were, and how realistic those scenarios were. So I wanted to focus just on female athletes so that they're thinking about one particular thing, which is pretty similar across different sports. I limited it to females, so because I talked about how there's differences between males and females and testosterone changes, I wanted to focus just on females, and I chose females because there's less literature on females. So I anticipated that I would be able to produce the winner effect in the female athletes through the use of visual imagery. And then I also predicted that the winner effect would be more pronounced in those who had a higher sport commitment. So for the methods, I recruited female athletes through the use of posters. So a female athlete was described or defined as somebody who was either in the NCAA sport or participated in club sports. Some of professors offered extra credit for participation just to kind of incentivize more people to complete the study. And 14 total participants completed the study. And they were in lots of different sports. There was about half club sports, half NCAA. And they were in different sports such as golf, soccer, basketball, cross country, and dance. And the participation involved one in-person lab session. So this is my procedure. So whenever people came in for their in-person lab session, first they started off with a health and background questionnaire. So this included different things that could potentially impact their testosterone levels. For example, if they're on hormonal contraceptives, they tend to have a lower level of testosterone to begin with. So that was something that we wanted to control for. I also did the sport commitment questionnaire. So this one had about 58 different statements on it, and it had 14 different subscales. I'll go more into that a little bit later. But as they were completing the health and background questionnaire and the sport commitment questionnaire, they completed their first saliva sample, and that let me see what is their saliva or what is their testosterone level usually at. Then they had to complete the first part of the writing prompt, but they imagined the first half of the competition. So they were told to think about the different things that are going on throughout that competition, and then they had to write about their feelings and all the events that are leading up to this. Then they were randomly assigned to either think about winning or losing that competition. So you can see half of them went into the win condition, half of them went into the loss condition. So if you were in the win condition, you were saying you're told to imagine winning that competition, and then if you're in the loss condition, you're told to imagine that you lost that competition. So half of the participants were in win, half were in loss. And we had to respond to similar prompts where it was like, why did you win or why did you lose? And then what are you doing afterwards? That kind of thing. Afterwards, they had to watch a 15-minute documentary on the Grand Canyon. So testosterone changes are really slow to get into your saliva. Like if it's in your blood, it's a lot faster to detect. But if it's in your saliva, it's slower. So we had to have them wait 15 minutes, which is neutral stimulus, while they were waiting, just to actually see what their changes were of their testosterone. And then they completed their second saliva sample. So this is more on the sport commitment questionnaire. So like I said, there were 14 different subscales, so each subscale looked at a different part of sport commitment. So we actually looked at 5 specifically, just because we thought those were more involved in actually how invested they were in that sport. They were more limited to my question that I was asking. And these 2 had significant trends. So I'll put some examples up there so you can see what they're like. So one of them was desire to excel social achievement. So they had to look at each different statement, like I try to dominate in this sport, and they responded with a number between 1 and 5, 1 being highly disagree, and 5 being highly agree. So then you have a score anywhere in that range. So if they scored high on desire to excel social achievement, that means that they had a high desire to excel socially. So examples of that, in this sport I strive for the perfect performance, in this sport I strive to better my opponents. So very socially based. The next one was personal investments lost. So this one, if they scored high in it, that means that they've invested a lot into their sport and they feel like they would lose a lot if they were to leave. So examples of that are the mental effort I put into the sport makes it difficult to stop playing, and the physical effort I put into the sport makes it difficult to stop playing. So next we have our results. So we completed testosterone assays. That's a picture of me doing that. So basically, an assay is just trying to see how much testosterone is there actually in the saliva samples. And then we use SPSS to run statistical analysis. So this graph shows our testosterone percent changes based on condition. So you can see in the loss condition, they had a little bit of a decrease overall, and in the win, they had a little bit of an increase overall. But you can see that the error bars are huge, and so there's likely not a difference between the two conditions. So this means that my first hypothesis was not supported. But if we look at sport commitment, I did see significant trends. So you can see testosterone percent change with desire to excel social achievement. So those who scored higher on desire to excel social achievement had a decrease in their testosterone, while those who scored lower had a higher increase in their testosterone. So that's kind of showing right there. And it didn't matter what condition they were in, if they were in the win or the loss condition, they still had the same trend. And so this is actually really consistent with some new literature that's saying that personal differences are very important in determining whether you see these kinds of effects. So you can see like the personal variation in how much they desire to excel did impact their testosterone changes. The next one, so this is a personal investments loss. So you can see that those who were in a winning condition, even if they had low or high personal investments loss, they didn't vary too much of that. The one that's really important for this interaction is this point right here. So you can see that those who lost, who had a high personal investments loss, so they were very personally invested and thought that they would lose a lot from leaving their sport. If they lost, they had a huge decrease in their testosterone. So just a summary of these findings. So we found that imagining a win or loss did not affect overall testosterone change, but high desire to excel social achievement correlated with a decrease in testosterone, and higher personal investments loss correlated with larger decreases in testosterone, especially in the loss condition. So just a little discussion. So this was the first study to focus on whether the winner effect can be produced in female athletes through the use of mental imagery. So my findings help contribute to the general understanding of the winner effect. And then further research is needed to see if using more competition would be helpful. So whenever I thought that those who were in the win condition would have increases in testosterone and those in the loss would have decreases, I figured, okay, like if you see that, then before you go out and compete, then you want to think about winning so that you can get that increase in testosterone, get that boost right before you go compete. But since we didn't find that, we need to find more research on what does increase your testosterone and like who those different methods would work best for, since it is based a lot on your personal characteristics. And then we found that athletes who are more invested might be more sensitive to just thinking about losing. So just some future research include male participants, and put this because males and females vary a lot with their changes in testosterone and how they respond to competition. So it'd be interesting to see whether male participants would react in the same way. And then also determine additional factors that can moderate the winner effect. So I mentioned there were lots of different sports that were included in my meta-analysis. And so there was a lot of individual versus team competition that I noticed when they were talking about their sport of like winning or losing. So for example, there's somebody like in golf and somebody in cross country, both of them were like, it'd be really unlikely for me to actually win. So it's more about like doing better than what I've done in the past. And so that kind of goes into their chances of winning. So if it's like a basketball game and you only have two teams and they're matched up really well in terms of how well the team is, then they have about a 50-50 chance of winning. Versus in a cross-country race, if there's like 200 people, you have a really low chance of actually winning. So it'd be interesting to look into those more. So yeah, that's the presentation. Thanks.
All right, so we got a few minutes for questions.
Yeah.
How did you choose the documentary?
Yeah, Yeah, so documenting like what we chose doesn't really matter too much. It just needs to be neutral. So one of the things I had to look into when choosing which documentary we used was that it didn't have people in it or that it didn't have animals in it because those tend to have responses from people. So I was looking for something pretty boring. So I just chose the Grand Canyon. So looking at a bunch of rocks for 15 minutes. Other questions?
Yeah, I have a question. So I know you spent a little bit of time looking at the open-ended responses. I don't know how much time you can do that, but I'm just curious what general patterns of differences you saw from the previous study that wasn't just athletes. Like, did participants in this study, do you think they were able to get a little more versed in the situation, judging from what they wrote, or do you feel like there was a lot of individual variation?
I haven't looked at it a ton, but I feel like it was a lot more realistic. Like whenever we were looking at the old study, there were people who were like, oh, I studied for this test, I'm gonna go in and take my test. And I'm like, does that really make them winner? In fact, I'm not really sure if that is like really competitive. Like maybe that's more competing against yourself or competing against the test, but it's not the same kind of thing. And this one felt a lot more realistic and like they were actually really thinking about it because like athletes, they tend to practice a lot, have a lot of games, so they actually know what it feels like to win or lose.
Yeah, maybe it was Katniss this time.
Yeah, okay.
Questions?
So for the testosterone measures for testosterone, did you make your own background question for the 8 time? Was that after that very
Yeah, we did have a question on that, but we didn't look into that. We really just controlled for hormonal contraceptives, so that's the one that has like the biggest thing.
All right, so now is the time for your mentor, Catherine Goldie, to present you with your results. Say it first.
So I have known Marlaina for 3 years now. We started working together when she was just finished with her first year. And we're doing a summer research program where we spent 40 hours a week together. So that's a lot of time. And I remember being really impressed with Marlaina for 2 reasons. One is that she's super smart and asks really good questions. And the other is that she's super energetic because 40 hours a week is a really, really, really long time to get excited about Qualtrics survey software and SPSS data analysis. So it has been really a pleasure to watch you grow over these last few years and take those initial research skills and really bring them out to the campus community as a peer health educator and concretely using those findings. So literally just last week, we were going over social psychology and gen psych, and I emailed Marlaina and said, can you send me some statistics on how college students often overestimate their peers' negative health behaviors? And within like 2 minutes, Marlaina had sent me like 5 infographics that I can share with my class. So I'm gonna miss you a lot. I'm gonna miss the puppy pictures. I'm gonna miss talking about puppies. And I know you're